Hey everybody, welcome to Countdown Day number 26. We are completing our body weight week. We'll be bringing out some weights and equipment for next week's sessions. Today, all that you need is a wall for a wall sit at some point in time, and then also a bar for a dead hang. If you don't have a bar for a dead hang, I'll have you try and hold a Superman. So today is all about isometric holds, which means that we're going to be trying to hold a position or a pose for 2 minutes. Some things we're splitting up into two sides, so 1 minute per side. And we're going to have just a little bit of a cardio burst between each 2 minute set. So lie on your back with me. We're going to run it pretty fast through like we did yesterday. So be ready for transitions and changes. Go ahead and hug your knees in towards your chest and then twist around or rock and roll. Do whatever feels good for you, for your back. Depending on what time of day you're coming in, things are a little bit more loosened up and ready to go. Otherwise, we need a little more time. Hug one knee in, push the other leg out, and then switch. Go ahead and keep your head and shoulders up off the ground with me if you can. Hold that core flexed, pushing your low back into the ground. Tug your chin toward your chest. All right, extend both feet out onto the ground. Reach your arms up overhead. Take a deep inhale, exhale, tuck your chin, lift all the way up, and we're going to reach over those legs. Give me a little bounce, reach, so you kind of pull those fingertips forward and back, not really holding anything in place for too long. All right, and then we're going to do a little twist. So reach your right arm to the left, left arm to the right, and then we're going to get rolling. So we're going to start off with a 2-minute glute bridge. And we're only going through each exercise once. So give each one all you got. Don't worry about what's coming. Stay in the moment. We'll try to go back and forth between something that will activate the legs and then more into the upper body, going back and forth, giving each one a little bit of a rest between. After our glute bridge, we're going to be coming up and hitting up a front back step, jog, I guess you could call it. And then we'll be switching that up with a little shuffle. So we'll get that going. All right, here we go. Ready, set, and bridge. 2 minutes here. Tighten in through those glutes. If you'd like to, shimmy your shoulder blades down underneath and then interlace your hands and press your pinkies into the ground underneath your tailbone. Drive into those feet. Find your four corners. Squeeze the knees toward one another. And then find your glutes. So really, really flex those glutes. Tug your tailbone toward the underneath side of the legs. And then just set in. Appreciate the fact that you're here, that you've made it, that you're staying consistent, that you're staying committed. After our October systems challenge, hopefully you were able to build some new systems, some new habits. It's good to just stay on the cycle, stay on the rhythm. But if you're capable and able of changing up your timing for workouts or your sequencing, maybe you also add in some biking, cycling, swimming, running, whatever. It's good to switch things around. Once you have that habit and system set up, just keep the body guessing. Kind of like today, we're switching things up, holding poses instead of getting through reps. So it's a completely different ask on the body. Keep that breath work going. Hug the muscle into the bone. We're going to listen for that timer, and then we're going to come up and do our front back shuffles. 10 seconds to go. Feel those glutes engage. Feel the core stay strong. And come on up, nice and quick. And an easy little pitter patter forward and back on your mat. So I'm going to right leg lead this time. And then when we cycle back around, I'll go with the left leg lead. Tuck that core, open the chest. After our front back shuffle, we are going to be doing a wild thing. And we're going to go 1 minute per side. If you find that the wild thing is a little bit too much for you, you can stay on your bottom knee and then open your arm up and over that direction. You can stay on your elbow, stay on your knee. Little pitter patters, keep that rapid movement and time. Okay, so otherwise, join me in a plank, high plank. Place your left hand, rotate your right foot behind with that knee bent, and then you're going to lift up and reach. So push your hips open just like we did with our glute bridge. Feel that extension along that top rib cage. Feel the stretch in the back, support in the back. So we're putting a lot of support for that shoulder and hand that we're on into the back. Feel the flexion through the legs. Lift through that side, getting into your oblique, your lat, your arm. 13 seconds, and then we're going to flip to the other side. Good job. Keep that lift, keep that hold. We're finding isometric flexions. Don't forget. 3, 2, and 1. Rotate. Right hand down, left foot behind. You're on those toes on that left side. Find your glutes, find your inner thighs. Find your breath. See if you can inhale and exhale out your nose. Holding poses is such a great way to connect with the body. See what's going on, feel what's going on. Listen to the breath. Feel the heart rate. Stay with an even weight distribution on your palm. We're going to come up for our lateral shuffles next. Time. All right, here we go, coming up. So we're going to go left to right, just a shuffle tap, shuffle tap. Again, nice, tight, and quick on those toes. It's fun to just do rapid little movements. They don't have to be huge, generating that quick little firing though. Okay, next up, our next 2-minute block is going to be a wall sit. Of course, if anything gets a little tough to hold, not a little tough, if you fail and you can't keep your 2-minute hold, take a break and come back. There are a couple things coming that I know I'm going to have to take a little break for, but we'll see how far we get before that happens. 3, 2, find your wall and go. All right, we're going to try to find a 90-degree angle in our knees. Open the chest. Set your back against the wall. Hold flexion through the core. Some of this stuff just starts to get to be how much can you manage the uncomfortable and the pain? Can you place the work in different parts of your muscle? Strong into that core. Lift up through the chest. Find your inner thighs, your quads, your glutes. A workout program I used to run, we did wall sit assessments. So we did one at the beginning of a 12-week round, and then we did one at the end. Pretty sure the record is like 13 and a half minutes. I cannot imagine. I have not gotten there. I haven't tried. Becomes that mental capacity What can you sustain? What can you maintain? The shake is real. The shake is fine. Giving yourself to your breath helps. Push your body into the wall. Let's do a little time check here. We're at 14 seconds to go. We're going to make it. Line those knees and toes. Dig into the heels. Find those glutes. Get those glutes to help you out too. And then we're going to do our forward back with our left leg lead. Ooh, those are some shaky legs. All the blood rushes back in. Okay, after this one, our next set is a Chaturanga hold, or the bottom of a military push-up, basically. This is one I am not sure how long I'll be able to sustain the hold, but anything is good. We'll take little breaks, and then we'll come back. Whatever it is that you need. You're going to stay connected to the breath. 10 seconds. You can also hold a plank or a bear pose. 3, 2, 1. Or hold the push-up position on the wall. All right, plant your hands. Grab your core. And then drop. Tuck that tailbone. Your hands are behind your shoulders. Your elbows squeezed in tight. Keep flexion on that core. Oh. All right, I got to take a little break. I almost made a minute. We have 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. Connect with the breath. Tuck that tailbone. I got to watch it too. Stay with your breath. Push into those triceps. Whew. We have 14 seconds to go. And then our lateral shuffle taps are next. Time. Whew. All right. Here we go. Shuffle tap. All right, our next pose is going to be a warrior 2. We're going to hold 1 minute per side. These holds generate some heat. It's nice. So much of our muscles are firing and recruiting. Hold those isometric flexions. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Place your left foot forward, your right foot back. Your inner arch is right behind the heel. Get a nice long base. Whatever you can sustain. You should be able to see your big toe on the left foot right inside your knee. Now try to grip your feet into the ground more and pull the feet toward one another. You'll just feel your legs flex up, roll the shoulders back and down, tuck your tailbone under, and then breathe. It's all about self-flexion. Pull the back kneecap up towards your hip. Strong flexion in the arms. Pretend someone's trying to push your arms down toward the floor and you're resisting that. Okay, come up. Switch to the other side. Turn your right foot and then the left. Your right knee is right above the ankle. Sink lower if you want more. Flex the thighs. We're doing our forward back shuffle next. Open the chest. Roll those shoulder heads back. Tighten, tighten. Find more flexion as much as you can. 3, 2, and 1. All right, here we go. Back to our pitter patters. Okay, next up is our dead hang. Just gonna grab a bar, hang in space for as long as you can, up to 2 minutes. This is another one I'm assuming I'll have to take a few breaks. I haven't done more than a minute for a while. Keep that core going. Quick feet. Four, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Feels good on that back to get expanse and extension. If I had a good story to tell, I'd tell it. But it's probably better to just feel the body. Set into it. Grab the core. You can kind of open the hip flexors here. Get a little extra extension on the back, but you're engaging your upper back. Focus your breath. One breath at a time. Yes, some of the hardest parts, the grip. 50 seconds. Ah, 42 to go. Whew. My hands. "22 seconds. Find your back, find your core. Next up, we'll do our lateral shuffles. And then we have 2 left. Hold on to it with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, my poor little hands. I built some calluses there, I guess. Oh, I'm doing my shuffles wrong. That's okay. We're moving. I'm going to get my little shuffle tap. Okay, next up, we'll be on our backs. We're going to do a butterfly bridge. So you're going to put the soles of your feet together from your backside, like you're doing a butterfly stretch, and then you're going to lift your butt up off the ground. It's good for the adductors, inner thighs. Find that core. Quick feet. Soft feet. 3, 2, 1. Okay, lie on your back. Put the soles of your feet together. And then lift your hips, just like we did with our other glute bridges, regular glute bridges. Push your feet together. Flex those glutes. Try to check in, see if you feel like your hips are level. One side's not dipping toward the ground. Remember, isometric flexions. So, of course, we've got those glutes. We've got the core. Find your inner thighs, outer thighs. You've got it. Hang in with me. Find your breath. See if you can get that diaphragmatic breathing. Inflate your abdomen and then deflate. Make sure to get that breath going through the abdomen, not just in the chest cavity. Feel the feels. Flex into the burn. 20 seconds to go. We'll have our front back. Pitter patters next. And then our last 2-minute hold. Time. Oh, good job. Up and at 'em. All right. I think we're at a left, right. Move a little slower at first. My legs are heated. Strengthening the undersides of the feet, ankles, calves. All right, our last hold is a downward facing dog. We'll get our last shuffle tap also after the down dog, and we'll get our stretch. 3, 2, 1. All right, plant those hands. First finger straight ahead, nice and wide through each other finger. Hide your heels behind your toes, behind your ankles. Feet are about hip width. If you need to bend your knees in order to get your butt higher and the chest back to the thighs, then go for that. Relax through the neck, relax through the shoulders, engage through the core. So make sure you're grabbing the core here. Down dog is a recovery pose in yoga, yes, but we can still find flexions, holding into the back, tightening in through the core. Enjoy stretch, enjoy flex, all at the same time. It's the beauty of this pose. Elbows pull toward your toes. Feel the armpits hollow out. Close your mouth and breathe in and out your nose. Find your air going through the back of the throat. Feel that sensation. pull your kneecaps up toward your thighs. Lengthen the heels down to the ground. Stay out of your neck by engaging your back. 6 seconds to go. All right, here we go. Last shuffle tap. Try to stay light and quick. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right, we're going to start on the ground. And we're going to go into a child's pose. Tuck your toes under. Sit your hips back. Reach the arms forward. Settle your forehead onto the ground. Keep your elbows off the mat. Pull the shoulder blades in. Put your hands together in a prayer pose and then fold your elbows so that your hands come back and reach down towards your tailbone. Reaching down the back of the spine. That was a fun one. Something different. Different type of challenge. Definitely liking using my timer. It reinforces our countdown mindset. Keeping everything counted down. All right, come to your hands and knees so that you can bring your right leg forward. We're going to get a nice long lunge. Pick your back knee up off the ground for me. Then let the hips sink back down. And then decide if you want to put the knee back down. If you prefer the knee down, that's totally fine. See if you can drop your left elbow onto the ground. If you can, see if you can drop your right elbow. Let the right knee open out away from you just a bit. You can take little shifts if you want. Press back up onto your hands, and we're going to rotate our right arm up and open. Open, open, open. Let the weight of the arm pull your chest open. Get that twist through the mid-back. Drop your left knee. We're going to slide back. Get that hamstring. Pull the chest toward the toes. Depending on how tight you feel right now, you can do little bits of motion. So drop and then raise. So you have a little bit more pull, tension, and grab on the underneath side of the leg. And then you kind of release it. Okay, take that foot across. Let's hit our pigeon. If you can, see how close to parallel to the front of the mat you can get your shin. Pull the toes back so your foot's flexed. Walk your left leg back so it's straight back from your hip. And then pull that the front left hip down toward the mat. So we're trying not to rock away. In fact, I'm rocking just a bit. I probably need to get a little closer. If you can, go onto your elbows. Feel the back extend and lengthen, and then breathe into the most intense part of your stretch. Fun first week, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed it. Like I said, different. Different's good. shaking things up a little. All right, press into your hands. Bring your right leg back. Extend it straight behind you. You might have to pull the left knee in a little. So extend that right leg back behind you. You're twisting onto the left knee. And we're just going to reach again, kind of almost like a wild thing, but not really. Just to get that side body stretched. Your oblique, the erector spinae, quadratus lumborum, the QL. That's what I have been stretching like crazy recently. And it's been very, very helpful. All right, bring the left leg forward. Find that long lunge. Pick your back knee up off the ground for me. If you want to set it back down, go for it. But I just want you to lift it up a second and see what it feels like. Lengthen the body. Grab through the core just a little bit. And then if you'd like to, go down onto those forearms. Maybe it worked on the right side, but it doesn't on this side. That's okay. Breathe into those stretches. Drop your back knee. Plant your right hand. Open the chest. Let that left arm pull the chest open, twist the back. And then slide back. Left toes come up. Reach the chest toward the toes. My hamstrings are actually pretty tight from our session yesterday. All right, and let's go into our pigeon. Cross your left foot over, flex your foot, find the position that works for your body. And then remember, we want to pull that right hip down toward the ground, squaring off the pelvis. The body's tendency is going to be to rock over onto the folded up sides hip. So my left leg's forward, my body wants to roll to that left hip, but I need to keep it lifted, left hip lifted a little bit, so I can keep the pelvis square to the ground. That right leg tucks right behind that right thigh, the right calf. I mean the right hip. I can't get my body parts. All right, we'll be breaking out the weights next week. Keep things going. Okay, let's press into those hands. Bring the body up and into a wide base forward fold. Start with your hands centered between the legs, and then take both hands outside the left calf, pull to twist. Both hands outside the right, pull to twist. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you very soon for day 25.